Yeah, no, again, like I said in the press release, very grateful and blessed to be part of something special here. Get a little emotional here. You know what? Been here as a player, been here as a coach, and I've been a lot of different places, but it's a very, very special place, and I always say it all the time. And it's about the people that are within the organization here. So, you know, our obligation here is to come to the rink every day, work hard, and keep our foot on the gas, and that's what we're going to do. And we're in the middle of something right now, and there's always, we always hope it's going to be in the summertime. It happened right now, and I just want to make sure that our focus is there for this weekend and the rest of the season here. But again, like I said, very grateful and honored.
How did it feel last weekend, kind of put you guys in that position to where you guys are at right now with a couple wins over Western? How was last weekend series for you?
Yeah, it was good in the fact that we're continuing to play the brand of hockey that we want. Playing to our identity, and obviously with the lineup that we had, changing every single day kind of thing. Our guys have responded, and there's a hunger, there's a commitment level there, and just making sure that we continue to do that. It gets tougher and tougher. Like this weekend is going to be extremely tough, and an extremely tough place to play against a very good team. And again, just making sure that our guys are feet on the ground here and eyes wide open and ready to go again.
Is there any extra, kind of added pressure with you guys? You have your destiny in your own hands this weekend. When I noticed with a single win, kind of, is there any added pressure with that aspect of it?
Yeah, well, there's always pressure. This league is full of pressure each and every weekend. Doesn't matter who you play, home or on the road. And I think it's how you handle it, right? And I think if you do go through the week and you prepare yourself and you make sure that you're mentally and physically ready for the challenge, then pressure's on the outside. It's just playing the game and being confident in what you do. So again, like I said, I think it's a situation where that's what the NCHC is. It's a gauntlet of teams that builds your confidence and your ability to get through tough times and hard games and pressure-filled games.
I might as well run down the guys again.
Here we go. Yep. There we go.
The weekly tradition, Reese Gaber.
And I'll be quite honest with you. Was on the ice. Really good chance of him playing. He had a full practice today again, and that's the second day in a row. And it looks very positive for him playing. Absolutely.
Fresh.
Absolutely, 100%.
Sandy.
No, he'll be a little bit more time. But he's, like I told you before, without leading you on, he's getting closer and closer here. A lot more than closer than I thought originally. And but will be unavailable this weekend.
If it was a playoff game, would he play?
That's a great question. I think I would like to say yes, and I probably him, but I think it's a situation where this probably would have been a decision as you get closer to the game and on that side of it. But no one. There's a lot of things on the line this weekend. Penrose, pairwise, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, kind of making sure that he's 100% before he gets back is probably the best thing, right?
Brad, this is an entirely different team than what Penrose with the last 2 years.
Yeah.
How do you explain it?
Each and every year is so different, and again, I always go back and everybody goes, well, how come you guys are doing what you do with 14 new guys? And to me, it's not just coaching staff, it's not just players, it's everybody together and coming together and believing in what you do. And I firmly believe that when you got a guy like Zach Driscoll hanging out with Matteo Costantini, a fifth-year guy, and then a freshman, and there's a bond there. And just not those two guys. It's everybody. It's all the older guys hanging out with the younger guys. That's something special. And when you have that, there's no cliques. There's no separation. Everybody's on the same page. And I think it's just the cohesiveness and the chemistry within our group.
You talk about when you come to North Dakota, there's a culture, there's a mindset. Do you, like when you recruit a player like a Montgomery, is there something you're looking for, like attitude or something in them that you want in your program?
Well, and again, Eric, we talk about hard skill all the time, right? We want skill, but we want some firmness and some hardness and some situations. And have we had some guys come through that don't have the hardness that you need? Yeah, there's a few of them, but for the most part, it's a situation when you can control what you can control, and part of that is your work ethic and your body language and different things like that. We look for that big time in players, so we want those skilled guys, and if they have that in that package, that's a no-brainer for us. And you brought Dane Montgomery up, and some of those guys, they've got some skill to them, but they play hard and they have an identity to them. And so again, like I said, I think every program recruits to different things. That's kind of what we recruit to, as guys that can make plays, score goals, defend very well, but at the end of the day are hard and heavy in everything they do.
Is it hard Mark, so you have a lot of new players and you got a lot of veterans, some veterans from the portal. Is it hard to like mold them? 'Cause they seem to like buy into everything you're doing.
Well, again, that's another great question. It's a fact that, you know, anytime you get somebody from another program that's played 3 or 4 years at another program, you know, you always wonder, will they turn over for that short time in 8 months in your program and play the way you want them to play? And I think that goes back into the, I don't want to say character checks, but finding out what kind of people they are. You know, when you talk about Connor Ford, Ashton Calder, Chris Jandrick, Brady Ferner, Zach Driscoll, all 5 of those guys, man, oh man, they're outstanding people. And I think you got to kind of pull the layers back and see, you know, what drives them. And if they are kind of checks off the list of what you want, there's a really good chance that they're going to make an impact. And all 5 of those guys have. So I think it's the character side of it right away, checking into it.
Some of these guys have been in college hockey for 5 years and have never had a chance to win a conference title. Do you sense some hunger from some of these guys?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they you know, when you see it in their eye a little bit, you know, how close you are, you know, it's a situation where, you know, they want to experience it. And I think, you know, it's kind of backwards a little bit that some of the younger guys are talking to the older guys here a little bit about how it felt to hoist the cup or how it felt to be part of something special that you remember for the rest of your life. And that's exciting to see. And I know, you know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be extremely tough because Omaha plays a really good game. They got great specialty teams that play very well in that rink. And, you know, our guys just knowing that, hey, we're going to have to put our lives on the line again this weekend in order to try to win a game down there. So, again, like our guys know that, and they're going to be ready for it.
You guys have, most of your team isn't familiar with going down there, which is strange because you
Yeah.
played there like how many times last year? You know, is that something that some of the guys who are part of that team can share with those guys on how tough it is to beat them in that building?
Yeah, for sure. You know, absolutely. And, you know, like I said, we were down there a long time, you know, in the first half of the season. And then in the second half, we played quite a bit too. So, yeah, I think it's information that can be passed along. But, you know, I think it's a situation too where, you know, I think our guys, I know our guys believe that, you know, if we keep playing to our standard and keep playing the way we have to, we'll have a good chance of having success down the line here. It doesn't guarantee it, but like I said, if you can control the things in your destiny of how you play, you have a good chance.
Looking back at, you know, even just like this last month of the season, do you feel like this group is playing their best hockey right now?
You know what? I think they're playing a good brand of hockey. I still think there's areas that we can probably, you know, get a little bit better at. You know, I think everybody's chipping in offensively here a little bit, different things like that. You know, our penalty kill was improved from last few weekends. It came up big for us this past weekend against Western. It's going to have to be outstanding this weekend against a very good power play. So, you know, if we can keep improving in those areas, I think obviously you have a good chance to win. But, you know, there's so many good teams out there right now that you can't be below average in some areas, and you got to make sure that you bring it and you get better. And so to answer your question, yeah, we can still get better, absolutely.